What's up, guys? Welcome back to another replay review. In this one, I've got myself as the deli against our opponent on the west side here. This is Konix as the English. That's the diamond matchup on Himeyama. English no longer really public enemy #1 on the ladder, but still satisfying to get a dub against them if you can, nonetheless. And in this one, we are just opening with our standard deli opening. Unfortunately, I went to the north side of this pond instead of the south. There's a couple sheep there, and I think I did. Yeah, I just ran by a couple sheep that were in the fog of war as well. Take a look at where's his scout. I don't. Nope. So he's coming down to the south. But yeah, I've been practicing or trying to practice a little bit with other civs on the ladder on my second account. Been a little tougher than I anticipated, although I am playing civs that I really have never played in the few games that the year's been out. I'd gotten to right at diamond on my second account playing other civs in past seasons, mostly HRE, Malians, and the Rus, but really branching out this season. I actually started playing a little bit English, some Mongols, OTD, just because Mongols and OTD are two civs I typically struggle against, so I want to get a better feel for those. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see some of those gameplays. Again, definitely not nearly as high level. You know, not that we're super high level on this one, but yeah, like platinum, low plat, high gold on those. Let's see, still scouting around. He actually circles back to where we have already scouted, so that's a pretty good sign for us. So we're doing pretty well with sheep so far. Again, pretty standard opening. One thing I've realized playing some of the other civs is the opening with deli is a little bit hectic. Excuse me, a little bit hectic with just shifting vills around and chopping wood, dropping the monastery versus, you know, something like OOTD where it's just 6 to food, 2 to gold, whatever. Kind of like, I think Malians are a bit that way as well, but I do like playing the Malians. You can see he's still following in my scout path, so he's going to be having a hard time there. Take a look. Nothing in the center. No dock shenanigans in this one. Pretty even deer spawns as far as pro scout goes, if it comes to that. And I think at a point, once the new patch, not necessarily when pro scouts were new to the season, but I think as of the most recent patch where deli got a couple of nerfs, not huge nerfs, but they slowed down increased the cost to scholars out of the Dome of Faith. Just another 10 gold, but it does have an impact. I really started to struggle with the pro scout meta and just being able to defend that, especially against the civs that pro scout and go fast castle. I think I'm getting a little better handle on it. But we'll see as the season goes on. I'd like to try to get some more games in. He's now coming around our bait. Yeah, still no sheep for him, so having a pretty bad time. Still got these 3 here and then the 2 that are up here. And of course, Himeyama, pretty notorious for gold spawns that are out of range of TC, so you can do some damage to that. So no Dark Age opening from him either. And you can see he's going up with the Abbey of the King. So one of the things I'm going to be looking for as I scout his base, I want to know, especially with English, which landmark they're going for so that we can react accordingly. I want to know Council Hall or Abbey of the Kings. And then we want to see, is he going 2 TCs or is he going to play 1 TC and just be aggressive? So we're just now scouting around. I did not click on the stone as I ran by here, so initially I don't see it, but yeah, I do catch. So he's going 2 TC. We're up. My game plan, if they're going 2 TC, is I'm probably going to try to fast castle here. I do want to be a little cautious in case he is also making units. But typically I'll try to go to fast castle so we can scoop up the relics pretty uncontested and probably take the sacred sites. So he's just about up. So we do scout this. Generally we can defend with just 2 Ghazi against the king too if he goes with nothing else, right? So scholars are coming in. We did move a 3rd bill over to gold just to continue this scholar production without slowing down. Alright, stables down. We got Gazis coming out. Initially, we're just going to rally that in our base to try to defend against the king. We got a little bit of time before that happens. Alright, also as far as techs, we do prioritize Pro Scouts. Need to get double broad axe, that one's free. Alright, we do have the mining upgrade coming in. So you can see we're now with 5 on wood. Usually I'd have 8 rally to food and get some more on wood, but right now we're looking to get a little faster castle. So I pulled some of those from wood over to gold, and we're going to start working our way up to that. So we've got 1 Ghazi, 1 EQ. Yeah, the scout found my 5 sheep that I missed. And then his king is AFK. Alright, I do think that we have scouted this second TC already. Just clean it up. We want to make sure we find all the relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got those. Got the sacred sites. Yep, not quite ready to move out yet. Alright, we get free tech, so we want to make sure we get a blacksmith here too. And then, depending if we see any units or as we age, we'll start dropping more production. Already, yeah, idle TC time already early in the game. That's not great. Yep, so we're just working our way around the back. See what I got. Anything we can poke on back here. I mean, he's got his wood line. Just checking out. We're looking for any production that might be down. So, nothing so far. So we're going to go ahead and start moving out towards the sacred sites. Do we... Yep, Sink City's not in just yet, but that's going to be pretty good timing. As soon as that comes in, we're going to be on. About 7:20, 7:30. Alright, again, just moving over to see what we've got going on his side of the base. Alright, so we spot the production. Ooh. And he catches us asleep at the wheel, so rough pathing for the Ville there too. We're going to lose 1. It's a good job by him. Not a whole lot else that he can do over here. We're almost there on gold for castle anyway, so we're just going to hang back, grab some food. We'll let the sacred sites break this in for us. And then got a Ghazi over here already, so I want to make sure... I saw his king making a move this way. I'm going to move off towards the relic. And just try to contest this, keep it alive a little bit. I'm not necessarily making a play to win via sacred site, but the gold trickle is great. Alright, now we've got our scouts coming through. I think, yeah, Pro Scouts is just about in, so we can start working on picking up the deer. A few Ghazis, that'll be enough to take on the king. We'll pull him back, see if we can try to get him healed up before we get into the fight again. And unfortunately, we are going to lose the sacred site, it looks like. But we are just about to castle, so... Alright, so we spot some units. Not too terribly scary yet, but we are going to have to run away. Alright, we're going to be going up with the House of Learning. Of course, we get the home blades on our Lancers and our Men-at-Arms, +3 attack. Some other cool techs in there too. You get the tech where you can garrison your houses, like their towers. I believe it's Hardy Rations, where the bills actually carry +10. So that's pretty nice as well. It's a nice boost to eco later on. But yeah, we're scooping up the deer now. We're going to start with the close deer because... we got plenty of sheep, but yeah, we're going to start there. Just grab the safe ones. And then, not a lot of unit production yet. As we hit castle, then we'll start working on our premium gold units. And then, let's see, we're on 1. In position for 2 relics so far. And then more scholars in production so that we can work on scooping out the rest of the relics. Right, and the age up is through. He's got one, yep, 2 relics on the way already. We're gonna run him down around. Take a look on his side. Yeah, again, not a real big force. He's already going for farms. So pretty big investment early on. He's already up by 17 vills, but you'll see here. Now, him decapping the sacred sites is going to help him a lot, but just being able to pick up the relics behind this, having the efficient production where we don't need as many military buildings will work very well in our favor here. I don't want to run straight into this. Not great, so we lose a couple Gazis. Again, we are still doing really well on deer. Food under our TC. Let's make sure. Yep, got our eco techs coming in. Oh, missing one. And right now, we just want to get rid of this and just live. Let it play out. You can see he's macroing behind the castle himself. Then we've got units in production. Alright, so we do enough to clear this out. You know, not a great exchange for us, but we're okay with that. Another thing I'm going to want to do here as soon as I can is start dropping more production and then another blacksmith so we can get these techs in a little quicker. But yeah, hardy rations, reinforced foundations, and of course you get the tech that makes the elephants move faster. And then this one, this is kind of nice. Don't know that I focus around it too much, but turns your mosque into essentially like the Abbey of Kings. Or it has a healing aura around it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the 5th relic coming in. You can see we've still got the military advantage, and we're already in castle. And he's up by, what, 21 vills? We'll switch this over now to income per minute. And pretty close. He's got a little bit of a lead. He's pulling in a little more wood than us, but really nice amount of deer under our base right now, and then we've also got more coming in. So we're going to get about all of them, except for the ones that are just in front of his TC. Alright. And he is aging up on his side. He's got the white tower right out front. That's a lot on gold. And he's... okay, he's not floating a lot of resources at the moment. We're floating some food because we're still a little short on gold. We haven't got all the relics back in yet, and then we're going to work on the sacred sites again. We'll try to wall that in. And we're housed. Okay, we're working on it. Did get our second blacksmith up, so we've got the free techs coming in. Another thing I've been trying to work on a bit is constant production of these scholars. They are super valuable as far as getting these techs in quickly, and then when needed, bringing them out to the engagements and using the healing. Not as good when they've got so many range units, so you just snipe them down pretty quickly, but mass melee fights against like Japanese or OTD, they're great. Or even the French, even though they have super high attack with the knights, it can be really helpful. Alright, so we've got both sacred sites under our possession again. Just working on taking these last few deer. So we've got tons of food under the TC, and then we've also got a couple more berry packs to the back of our base. Yep, so he's got, let's take a look at where the next golds are. Neither of us really have anything behind our base. We've got these kind of mirrored to the way outside. Alright, so he's going to come and take an engagement. Numbers are pretty well evened out now. We're trying to shorten up the map so that we're just playing for one side, but he's got other ideas. Let's see if we look at... okay, now we've got all of our eco-techs coming in. No more production just yet. We are still queuing up scholars, so that's good. Where is it? I heard it. There it is. So the first elephant is on the field. Now those will tank a lot of damage in these big engagements. Yeah, not a lot of crossbows from him yet. If he's got 3 crossbows, 6 more in queue. So those, once you get enough, those will do really well against the elephants. But in low numbers, we're still in pretty good shape. You see the army value. That's very much in our favor right now. We've each got a Vil killed. Still waiting. We do have, seeing all the range, we do have a siege workshop down, so we're going to try to get mangonels here fairly soon. I did drop 2nd production buildings of each so we can start working on upgraded units. We got veteran archers, veteran Ghazi. So far, so good. This game's going pretty smooth for us. We've done about everything we want to do. Got all 5 of the relics, so that's a big deal for us. Ideally, with the fast castle into his 2 TCs, I would have liked to go on siege earlier, because as this goes, it's just going to scale more and more Vils. So it's going to really even out this income, even though right now we're still looking pretty good. I mean, the 5 relics is going to be really big deal for us, and you know, we can recapture the 2nd sacred site. That would be awesome too. All right, now, so we're both massing up at this point, just trying to position for an engagement. We'll have the top side walled off rather than the bottom, which is fine. We don't really have a whole lot down here that we need. We'll be fine on gold for a while. You can see we're still doing pretty good at spending our resources, so see. All right, we got 1 mango out. Not sure if, yeah, we don't see him. He doesn't see us yet. He is dropping a tower here. Fortunately, we actually give that sacred site up to him. Could probably be a little better about taking control of the map here just to make sure we secure the sacred site as well. But again, not necessarily playing for that as a victory. We're just going to try to beat him straight up. All right, 2 mangonels. We're getting ready for an engagement. Alright, he's going to initiate. So, first mangonel shot comes down on the front line. Not ideal. We want to drop it on the back line there. That's a really good shot. So he's got a lot of archers. And we've got a lot of armored units, so we're actually going to trade pretty well into this. You see our elephant's taking almost no damage at this point. And no more Vils lost for our side. Work on taking out this tower. So he has 9 crossbows left. He's working on going into this wall on the top side. So really big engagement for us. Again, another opportunity maybe where I could peel some of these knights around and just try to do some eco damage. He's wide open on a few of these spots. That one's okay. This gold's wide open. Yeah, after we take that engagement, I think that's a good time to look for a spot to go and try to cause some damage. We're just going to move in with the whole group. You can see he's now up to almost 30 Vil advantage. And income is still relatively close. The trouble is, we're now out of deer. And we are working on the painful farm transition. Just wrapping up these last bit of berries on the back. Look at, he's actually doing a pretty good job with his upgrades as well. No melee damage upgrade, but we don't have the melee armor upgrade yet either. Where are we at here? Okay, so those will be next up in queue. You can see our army number is just climbing here. Where's he? He's got his army here. Ooh. Got some Springalds on the field. Probably not going to do a whole lot of damage to this army. They do really well against unarmored units, but look at this. We got them wide open. huge damage in our favor, and I think we missed some other build damage elsewhere. Alright, he gets a mango about for free there. Another good mango shot. Now we are in his influence, but we do have numbers in our favor. This is where this elephant's going to go down pretty quickly to these crossbows. Yeah, you can see he is taking a lot of damage that could have gone elsewhere, but not sure where they're going. Oh, we got a raid behind too. So he's in our base with men-at-arms. He does pick up a Vil. I don't want to lose that. So we're fighting in both areas. Alright, he's in our production. We're going to clean that up. Minimal damage there. We're going to lose a lot of the army that was back here. We're going to pull that out, regroup. And I did miss. I'm not exactly sure. I think I might have picked up some Vils here. The other 9 Vils that were killed. My apologies for missing that. I'm going to pull these guys out of here too. Alright, we did recapture the sacred site on the bottom, but now he's decapped at the top. So, let's just take a look. We're still making Vils. We're now only down 6 Vils, so that's a huge swing, losing 22 Vils on his side. Again, we are still pretty light on food. Yep, so we got a lot that are still idle here, all the way out of wood as we try to make this farm transition. Take a look at his side. Does not move back out to that gold. He's switched up to the north side. He's on berries in the back as well. Yeah, even with all these farms, he's still working on berries a bit. He's floating a ton of wood and gold now. Now this should even out pretty quickly because he's got so much on food. Alright, we're floating quite a bit of gold ourselves. We're off gold. So this is now just from... yeah, just relics and sacred sites. Not sure where... See, this is where I could be making a lot more scholars, so... Lacking a bit there. We are going to recapture the North Sacred Site as well. Ooh, he's wide open here again. Those Vils are pretty quick with wheelbarrow. Get one more. 2 more. We do lose 2 knights, but pick up a few more Vils for it. Not bad. Alright, looks like he may actually be macroing towards H4 now. Alright, we'll slow out there. How are we looking on food? Still a little light. Need more wood to come in so we can keep dropping the farms. So our production is stalled out a bit due to our food. So we could have handled that transition a little better. We're just going to wall up to try to funnel him in here if he's going to try to attack. Still not a ton of production. But again, we don't need a whole lot more just yet. I don't really have the food to support it. How's his production looking? It's about even. Keep in mind we get double production on a couple of those. He's got 22 crossbows, 14 longbows, 19 men-at-arms, so a lot of range at play here. We know that, so we're going to start just spamming mangoes. Our injured units being healed up by the scholars that we had. So again, we've got the numbers advantage, and I think we've probably got a little better comp for what we're looking at right now. Okay, he is going to age up with the Berkshire. Yeah, we'll start dropping houses around here. So these are essentially towers for us now, and I actually think... Yeah, so they've got 1100 HP. They can garrison 5 units. Are there any towers for him? Yeah, standard tower has, I think, 750 HP, and you can upgrade it to 1700 or 1750. So these are pretty useful. So if I ever get raided over here, I can just garrison everything. Alright, still pumping bills. We're down. We're still down 8 bills. Is he... Yeah, he's still producing for both. And we should have... Yeah, our farm transition is coming in a little better behind this now. Got some more dropping. And again, floating a bunch of gold. Not even on gold. It's just trickling in. You bring everybody here. Okay. So we know he's H4. We don't know where this is yet. We don't know it's a Berkshire. Now we know. Run! It's insane. Let's see. Not the most efficient farm building, but is what it is. Alright, he's going with the Elite Longbowman. Enclosure's coming in. It's very important tech for English, right? He's going to get passive gold from all these farms. And his food is booming now. So if there's one place we can get in a little bit of trouble is if we just trade out armies here while he's got all the food coming in and we do not. You can see we're also macroing up to H4. Got a castle coming up to protect the backside. Protect the bills on the wood a bit. Gold when we get to it. And then we don't get necessarily an immediate power spike when we hit H4. We're looking to age up with the Palace of the Sultan. So we will get the hand cannon elephants, but we'll start getting all of our techs for free as well. What are we up to now? So we're still only at 5 garrison scholars. Could be a lot better. Alright, just look for a little raid with the Cav. Alright, so we're going to age up on this side. Palace of the Sultan. Again, we'll start getting all the techs for free in the blacksmith, or eco techs, and then got plenty of wood, because we're going to want to drop not just one, but multiple universities, or madrasas. Did we... Yeah, so good job by him. He doesn't pull the whole army, just enough to kind of deal with this. We're just going to keep kind of running around, see what we can find over here. Alright, we're up. Let's see, we're now up to 84 vills, and this is... Yeah, obviously, if you have more vills, great. Get a lot of resources. This is terrible. But you get so much passive value from Delhi with all these free techs that you don't really need 130 vills. You can fill that space with military like we have here. He's kind of going for the same thing. Alright, you can see free techs coming in. We've got the... this is the upgrade to the tower slash cannon elephants. Got the upgrade to the melee elephants, the melephants, and then everything else. Tithe barns, so we can get the additional passive resources from the relics. So yeah, we're on it. We got all the techs coming in. Love to see it. All of our house learning techs are already in. Alright, so here it goes. Yeah, 750 is the HP on a standard tower. It does have network of Citadel, so it's going to get a nice bonus on his army. Yep, still just running around up top. Yeah, pretty well untouched on our side. We're up to 7 mangoes now. He's tripping down our wall, I guess. Alright, we've got a huge engagement coming up here. Alright, now we've got the scholars queued up. A little late, but they're coming. Ooh, huge mango shots. Gotta attack. Gotta unpack. Just not enough to get on the mangoes. Only a couple springalds. Again, not really a composition that they're going to do too well against. And that's a massacre. Alright, first elephant. First hand cannon elephant making its way down as well. Alright, we can't push too far into that. Trebs are probably ideal for this, but if you can get enough cannons, they'll do just fine too. The trouble is they don't outrange it. Starting greased axles, what I really need here is the adjustable crossbars, so kind of a crime to not have that, especially with 7 mangoes. It makes them so much better. What's happening here? These guys need to go up in garrison. So we did get universities down. I think maybe I was a little slow on that, but we are getting the techs coming in now. Got biology. It's going to affect the not just the Gazis and the knights, but the elephants as well. And then serpentine powder, that's for the hand cannon elephants, also the hand cannoneers. Let's see if, yep, so we've got cannons coming. And we should have, yep, some of our elite upgrades. We already have elite men at arms. I'm not going for elite archers, just we're going to make hand cannons. I do have quite a few left, but it takes so long. Alright, so he's cleaned up the gold in the back. He's now out here way in the front again. I think that's actually where I picked up the vills early on in the game. That first 9 was on that front gold. You can see now we are holding pretty steady with food with the English at even numbers. Where's his, okay, here's his army. He's got some mingos as well. Let's take a look. Does he have, not sure if he has adjustable crossbars. Did this tell me? I don't think it does. Right, he's trying to drop a castle. That's a lot of mangoes. That's a really good mango shot from him. He's actually trading really well in this fight. The elephant just takes so much damage. Even with the crossbows, it's not a heavy unit, so it's not taking bonus damage. I think my intent here is to focus these down, and they're trying to run all the way up. Got our elite lancers in as well. Alright, that's enough to push him back. We did take down the keep, so he didn't get that stone back. And we've just about equaled the vill numbers. You can see we're actually it's still pretty even on the eco. But again, we're getting all these techs coming in for free behind this as well. Alright. Can't really fight under that. Now who's going to remass faster? He has... Okay, he's dropping more production now. He's got a lot of bills on wood. Yep. Got his base pretty well set up now. As do we. Our farms are kind of spread out. Not a whole lot of protection on them. We do just have the wooden walls up so far. This is where we were able to catch up with vills. Village fortresses essentially turns this into a TC. Alright, just 4 universities right now. Yep, so Tithe Barnes is in. Zeal on the way. Yep, we're still researching that. So this will be good. Once we have all the techs, we can pull the scholars and just support the army, and then you get a nice attack boost. It's kind of like the Inspired Warriors from OOTD, just quick burst, 3 seconds to get plus 50% attack. So pretty big, especially when they're healing the whole fight. You can see he actually spiked his numbers a little faster. Well, we're pop cap, but we got so much siege, so the numbers are a little deceiving. At this point, we just want to protect the siege, keep that alive, and we should be able to just mow everything down. Alright, his army lead is gone. It's a lot of Springolds, and they actually do pretty well against this, you can see. Yeah, this is going to be, it's cleanup. He's pulling villas to try to take the siege. They're not going to make it. That's going to be all she wrote. So that one went pretty smooth for us. You can see his second TC spiked the villas there, but early on, late feudal, early castle, as long as we are pretty efficient with those timings, getting a castle and getting the relics, we're going to be able to keep up pretty well without having to invest in the villas. So that's where it swings in our favor. Yeah, just never really in too much trouble in that one. Just kind of sat back, played it safe, kept our military count up, and just took really good engagements here in these spots. Take a look at resources gathered. So he's a little bit ahead of us. I don't know what those totals play out to, but I think all the free techs coming in will probably even that out pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, military numbers very much in our favor with KD. He actually collected more gold than us too. Interesting. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, feel free to drop a rating, leave a follow on the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.